But when it comes to black people, I think they're all ugly and I have nothing in common with them. I'm different from African Americans because I'm white.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're talking about transracial, something that's often grouped in with transgender. Please stop that. So today we are responding to the craziest hoe I have ever seen. That's really not even an understatement. So this is a girl that was on Dr. Phil, and you know what? I'm just gonna let her talk. Okay.
I'm white. I'm a Caucasian because everything about me is different from an African American. I have naturally straight hair. My hair isn't nappy. It doesn't require weave. My nose is not giant as like African Americans.
So am I officially blacker than her because I do have a weave and I had a nose job? I will say that sometimes I actually do look quite transracial when I have a spray tan. And I'm actually mad at everyone who never told me that when I was getting spray tanned it was way too dark. Like, ugh. Not that being dark is bad, but you know.
I act and I think like a white person instead of a black person. I believe that I'm completely and utterly better than them. Like, we're on two different levels. Like, okay, African Americans are here. I'm here.
She reminds me of Candace Owens.
White people act and think just way more mature than African Americans. Black people, they think in a criminal way. When I think about African Americans, I feel like asking them, what is wrong with them? They're really dangerous. If an African American is on the same street as I am, I'll cross the street to avoid their chaotic, thuggish ways.
Okay, but on a real note, if this is real and if this girl is being genuine, this is actually really, really sad. This is clearly some very deep-rooted self-hatred. Can't really relate, but at the same time, this is really, really, really sad. This is just someone really, really, really hating themselves. This is a very specific type of psychosis.
Are you okay?
I'm irritated.
I'm sorry.
I just know that I'm white. I mean, she might not know that I'm white, but I know that I'm white. I can feel it through my veins. I feel it through my blood. I tell my mom I'll never be like any of those Negroes. My mom tries to criticize me about my supposed race. I tell her she's just ignorant.
Okay, so a lot of people are saying that this girl is transracial, which personally I take issue with because I feel like the term transracial, I think Rachel Dolezal came up with that one.
We don't have a vocabulary to really express racial fluidity. So, but I do like the term trans-black.
From what I can see, this girl is really trying to snatch Rachel Dolezal's crown at this current point in time. I mean, to me, there's really only a comparison to be made between transracial and transgender if you're only looking at the very shallow surface level aspects of it. So yes, on a surface level, this person is biologically one thing, but views themselves as something else. Okay, whatever. You have to look a little bit deeper than just shallow observations, which is, you know, like we can actually observe why trans people feel the way they do, but there isn't any biological or scientific basis for transracialism. I guess that's a word. There are no observable neurological anomalies like you can see with transgender people.
Several studies have shown that transgender brains are both structurally and functionally more similar to their experienced gender identity than their biological sex.
One study found that trans women who, despite being assigned male at birth, had a smaller female-sized structure in the hypothalamus. MRI scans also show the brain structures of trans people to be more similar in thickness to their experienced gender and not their sex. Finally, the pheromone androstenedione causes different hypothalamic responses in male and female brains. And when individuals with gender dysphoria were exposed to it, the hypothalamic response matched their perceived gender rather than their sex.
There's no community of transracial people like there is trans people. There's no historical basis for transracial people. Trans people have been around since the very beginning. I could see how maybe if someone grew up around, you know, a group of people that were different than them, and so they came out kind of identifying similarly, but I don't know. From everything I can see, transracialism is used for attention and for profit. So for example, I personally think this little bitch on the Dr. Phil is making this up to be on TV. Her sister actually did like a live stream and said that she was lying about it. With Rachel Dolezal, she was doing it for profit.
Rachel Dolezal, the NAACP chapter leader, accused of lying about her race.
Are you African American?
I don't understand.
Are your parents, are they white?
And honestly, another misconception that I see is that the left somehow embraces transracialism as a thing when it in fact does not. I have never seen you know, Rachel Dolezal being applauded by the left. That's not something that's ever happened. If anything, the African American community is extremely critical of her and offended by her.
White isn't a race, it's a state of mind.
Okay,
Nothing
but you know,
about
no, let me tell you something. I'm black. I can't be you. I can't reverse myself.
Right.
Let me tell you, Rachel, if the police stop me, you could throw that off and show that little like nice fine hair up under, and you might get away. I may not even make it in the jail.
And so the comparisons, I just don't quite understand. And that is all for today's video, you guys. Make sure you comment your thoughts below. Subscribe if you want more videos. And if you really love me, become a member on my channel. You guys can click the join button down below next to the subscribe button. It's an amazing way to help out the channel. And you get exclusive videos that no one but members can see. There's several up there already. But I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.